If you're someone who has student debt, then this video is for you. You might have applied for student loan forgiveness under the last administration, and if you did, then you might want to make sure that that's still in effect, because this current administration is making all kinds of changes as far as student loan debt is concerned. They're garnishing everybody's wages out here. That's right. According to Fortune magazine, it's about to be 2 million people out here that's going to have their salaries garnished by the government over student loans. 2 million people could see their wages garnished this summer, and that's 800,000 more than they predicted last month. And the collection of that money is going to put a further strain on the economy as the Trump administration reverses Biden-era forgiveness programs. Now, this information is coming from a study that was done by TransUnion. That's one of the credit reporting agencies. They're estimating that a lot of these people are going to see their accounts go over 270 days delinquent. And that is what's going to trigger the government to start garnishing the wages to make the payments on those accounts. That's why I didn't even go back to school. I have a bachelor's degree and was thinking about going back to school to get my master's, but I didn't want the debt. It took me like 10 years just to pay off the loan for the bachelor's degree. And then when I got a job, it was entry level and it wasn't paying me nothing. So I'm like, why would I go back to school to get my master's degree? I mean, granted, it's a master's degree, but I'm going to be in debt for who knows how long, barely making any money. You can't get ahead when you're in that situation. And now with the cost of college now, I mean, these people are paying mortgages to get college degrees. I'm glad I didn't go back. You can go to school online now and get a master's degree, and it'll be less than half the cost to go to a traditional college. So I'm glad I didn't make that decision. But I feel bad for those who did, because now Trump is getting rid of the loan forgiveness that Biden put out there, and they're forcing people to make those payments now. Now, by the end of this summer, they're estimating that another 1 million people could be in default by August, and another 2 million in September. Now, the education department apparently began collecting on these loans last month. So they could automatically deduct 15% of the paychecks of people who have the overdue student loans. And they said that they've warned people, if you're unable to make your payments starting this month, and we're in July, that they could see their tax refunds and any federal benefits withheld. Now, frankly, I don't see how anybody who has student loan debt is getting a tax refund, but if you are, they about to take that. So, yeah, that's a problem. So now, prior to this, the government hadn't collected any money on these loans since March of 2020. So people have had 5 years to go without paying anything on these loans. Now, granted, they thought the debt was going to be forgiven, so they didn't expect to have to pay anything on it anymore, which means they probably didn't put any money aside for these loans. So now they're throwing it back in your face saying you're going to have to pay, and these people are not prepared. They don't have anything saved up to put toward it, which is even more of a problem. Now, the Federal Reserve has said that more than 9 million borrowers will face significant drops in credit score once delinquencies appear on credit reports in the first half of 2025. So now these delinquencies are going to start affecting people's credit score, which is going to put people even further back. Now, not only are you behind on this loan and are garnishing your wages to pay for it, you're not going to be able to get credit anywhere else, because this is going to be on your credit report. And who knows how long that's going to take for you to clear up. Again, a lot of these student loans are like mortgage payments. So people may not ever be able to pay them off. So I don't know how you fix that problem. Now, what you can do is try to work with the creditor that you borrowed the money from to see if they can work with you on the payments and make them reasonable, so that at least you'll have a record of paying something. And there are also loan forgiving programs that were in effect with the government before Biden put out the blanket programs for everybody. So there may be some situations where you still may qualify for loan forgiveness if you meet certain criteria. So you might want to check on that too. But other than that, get ready to have money taken out of your check if you have not set up something to alleviate that. So this is a warning video for people who have student loan debt, to check on it and make sure that it is still being forgiven. And if not, do something about it before the government comes after you so that you'll be set. How many of y'all out there have student loans that you might still be paying on? Let me know in the comments. And hopefully it's not too many people watching this video that are in that situation. But if you are and you found a way to fix the problem, let me know in the comments too. Let other people know to see what you're doing. Because you definitely don't want to be one of these people who get that letter in the mail from the government telling them that they're taking your money. Because that's a terrible feeling, okay? I've had my wages garnished before for tax issues, but that's another situation. But it's a terrible feeling. You really feel like you've been violated. And so you want to get that taken care of right away.